Hey, welcome to part 3. This is our third time recording it. So, couple things. There have been technical issues trying to record this because my capture device does not like my Switch for some reason. So the first two parts, the video got corrupted, but we had a backup, so we were able to save the first two parts. The first time we tried recording part 3, my computer crashed around 50 minutes in, and then we tried it again, and I wasn't recording audio. So I'm going to actually check that again real quick. I've got my audio. Carlos has his audio.
Yeah,
Yes.
there we go.
Okay, good. So the sun rises on a new recording. We did make some progress that I have since deleted, and we've gone back to this part. Actually, that's a good call. Let me back up the save just in case I haven't already.
I think you were just gaming too hard because you were pulling off some crazy shit.
I think that's true, and that's what's going to upset me the most about this is that Carlos was genuinely impressed with me, and I feel like that's going to wear off now because he's already seen it.
I've seen it.
So
It's like it's the equivalent to me of when you're watching basketball and some like every once in a while you watch NBA basketball and you forget again all these guys are phenomenal athletes, but you forget until one night the guy gets the green light and decides to go for 40 points and you're just like, oh yeah, you are a professional athlete, you can do this. And so it was funny watching you and being
you occasionally are like, oh right, Nick knows how to video game.
Yeah. Not only that, but I was just like, you out here daring it. You're daring the game to not to humble you.
Well, so this is why I like playing the way I do in every game, which is I am very much risk reward, and my playstyle reflects that. Where I do some outrageous shit sometimes, and sometimes it pays off, and sometimes it doesn't. So, but yeah, we're gonna stick to the plan. We're gonna go. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab the Hylian shield.
Okay, we're gonna go
because that's proof of concept. We've already done that. We know we can do it again. Spoilers, we did it. Now we're doing it again. We'll try and fight Ganon, but if I die to anyone on the way to Ganon, then I'm just giving up. So right. And then we're gonna go and play the game. I also found out you cannot get the Master Sword with
temporary hearts.
Temporary hearts. Okay.
All right, game over. Quick video. We'll see you all in part 4.
Okay, this is really important. This is really important that I have to point this out. Do you remember how I was constantly struggling with the controls?
Yeah.
So I found out you can switch the jump button, and it switches it from X on the controller to B. What I didn't realize is that it also changes the glider button. So I just walked right the fuck off. All right. I'll give up. I won't change the controls because it created too much strife. So, all right, sprint, jump, glider.
All right.
I did find out it's possible to jump down from the plateau before you get the glider, which is cool. I didn't know that.
Some people just live in utter chaos.
Yeah, agreed. So I won't have everything the exact same as before. I try to get everything as close as possible, but, you know, there's only so much you can do.
I doubt anyone has a spreadsheet of all the items you picked up and has been, ticking and updating the log.
I'm not at that level yet, but one day. One day I'll get people... Well, because I'll get weird things where I'll record some things in advance, and then people will tell me things in, part 1 or 2. Mm-hmm. And they'll be like, you should do this. And I'm like, dog... I've recorded 8 more hours of this, so I don't know. I don't know that I can reflect that immediately, and I do get that to an extent because not everyone clocks that. So it's not. I'm not like, look at this idiot. I get it.
Also, they're trying to engage with it. They're just
I'm all about it. It's just
I can't knock it.
There's some things where I'm like, I wish I could be more help here.
It's also the reality of a production schedule.
Hold on.
No,
we
great.
Didn't see you last time. All right, already got an extra Korok. There's another one we can go get too. Actually, is this dude asleep? Nope.
Oh shit.
He certainly is not.
I guess that's the danger of when you go during daytime.
Yeah. How do you think this dude is at eating booty?
Sir?
I'm not hearing an explanation. I'm just hearing
I'm not
you processing.
Nah.
Why? I can't believe you don't want to engage in current politics. That's not at all true.
No, yeah, no. I'm good. I'm good on the ass eating debate.
Hell yeah.
Oh wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you thought that was gonna be one and done. Oh wow.
Okay, don't swipe like sideways. I'll be very upset.
So what's new with you in the last couple days that we've seen each
Not too much. I went into the office for the first time in a while. We're supposed to go every 2 weeks, but I was sick 1 week, and then another week, I think I was out that day. It's fun. It's good getting back and seeing people in the office and stuff like that. It's a fun, like, once every, like, few months activity.
Yeah.
It's not a fun every 2 weeks activity. All right, Carlos, are you ready for the saga? It's coming back. Here we go.
Yeah, but now you know the controls.
I do know the controls now, so it's less fun. So, to some background, I don't have the footage for it because it got corrupted because this is the one where my computer shut off. But I tried to catch a horse for about 15 minutes, and it was the same horse, so which makes it worse, I think. And after that 15 minutes, ooh, rocks. Sometimes you can pick these up, and they're corks. Sometimes not. But yeah, we tried to catch the same horse for like 15 minutes, and I realized I was hitting L2 instead of L1 because the Switch doesn't list them as such. It just says L or LZ, which I think is a terrible way to do that.
What does Z even mean, dog?
I don't know. It's because they had a Z in the back of the controller once, and they're like, yeah, this is a Nintendo thing now.
Left
like,
zone.
Look at that. Look at that. I'm so upset. It was so easy.
All right, begin your journey.
We do also know that there's a stable over yonder. So I could theoretically try and get the stable and just own a horse. And you are really... They don't like... they don't like giving free rides.
I don't blame them.
No, I don't blame them, but also I can still be upset by it. What is this music? It's really quiet. I know. I have it set pretty low. I can actually bump that right now. Oh, but that's to say, if you see any like weird, this is the audience. If you see any weird stuff where like you see my like editing software, that's just part of the charm, because that means that I had to use the video backup, and I wasn't fucking thrilled about it. So keep that in mind. Yes, I know you can see it. No, I don't care. It means the worst happened and the video recording failed.
If y'all really have a serious problem with it, you can also do it for free, and you can edit Nick's videos.
Yeah. No, that's actually not true. I don't want someone to add in like 40 got him into my fucking video. Can you imagine? Would you be upset? Like a little bit?
Oh wait, go back.
I saw it. I just don't see. I didn't see the rock.
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
You couldn't see what it was cooking?
All right. Well, that's part 3. Next. What have you been up to?
What do you think?
And also, like, I know it's been 2 days since we recorded, but we can also just talk about things we already talked about because that footage is lost.
True. Well,
What did we went into? We went really hard into bullying of teachers, or of students to teachers and faculty, essentially.
Did we?
We talked about the transition of your sister from being like a
we talked
hardworking, repressed young woman to having freedom and immediately turning into a crazy person, and your cousin, who revealed some crazy shit. That tried to pass it off as normal.
And Juliana falling.
Yes, that's also part of it. You did talk about your future wife falling and laughed to her dismay.
The funniest part about my mother seeing Juliana fall as she went to go meet my cousin was my mother has tried to relay this story to my sister like multiple times, but is laughing too hard to tell the story.
That's actually really funny.
And like she'll call me and be like, "Wasn't it so funny that Juliana fell?" And I was just like, "Yes, yes, it was."
And that's the whole call.
Yes.
Weirdly, I believe it. That sounds like something that your mother would do, and something you would entertain.
Oh yes.
And then you'd probably
mean-
say it out loud. You'd be like, "Well, yes, mother, I do remember when Juliana fell."
At least Juliana finds it as hilarious as we do, so it's not bullying. Plus,
Does she
Juliana
find it?
bullies me, so I don't have to.
Juliana bullies you because you bully everyone else in the world.
This is not true.
So it's warranted. I will not take any
Hey, babe, would you like to comment on the rumor that I bully
revisionist
others?
history.
You've always said that people deserve to be bullied.
The audience can't hear that, right?
No, they can't.
Oh.
And it's true. He said it on these videos.
Go away. Close the door. No one. Bring the
Carlos
dog.
Carlos for years ran a campaign of bring back the bullying.
For everyone else, not for me.
Well, Carlos is a big fan of reaping, not a big fan of sowing.
Yeah. No,
I'm
a
sorry,
big fan
no.
of sewing,
Big
not
fan
a
of
big
sowing,
fan
not a
of
big fan of reaping. I had it backwards because the saying is reap, but you sow.
Me reaping. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Me sewing. Oh no.
Wow, this sucks. All right, I want to register this horse because I want it to behave, and it's
What
not.
party is it gonna vote for?
I think independent. Nader.
Okay. Yo, do you know?
I know a lot
Sometimes
of things.
I go down like Twitter politics rabbit holes.
You go down
And-
Twitter rabbit holes in general, and you're
Yes.
you're yeah. We have.
Oh
time
yeah,
here.
these are unemployed chronicles.
No, they know, but this isn't the Unemployment Chronicles. Yeah, you go down rabbit holes all the fucking time, including just like the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And then you're like, Nick, I'm worried about the youth. I'm worried about the future. And I'm like, it's because you keep seeing posts made by 14-year-olds that were never supposed to leave their spears. Like,
Oh yeah, so the 14-year-olds concern me, but the people who actually give me real concern are the people who are still upset with Nader.
that is pretty funny.
And I'm like, or people who are still like, you know what, Bush wasn't that bad, and I'm like, what is the bar? What is the like?
You know,
What do you?
Bush had a lot of crazy and kooky ideas, but he's also a war. like, oh boy, cool.
It's always funny to me because I'm like, if you don't piss your pants today, does that make it a good day?
No, I don't think so. I think I need more requirements.
But for them, it sounds like, yeah, as long as my house is not on fire, today is a good day.
I feel like we need higher bars.
Yeah.
But
Or at
also,
least a memory.
I
Just a
sort of
memory of
under-
when you.
I sort of understand it because we live in a hellscape. All right, we didn't do this last time.
Yeah, this is new.
Look at my stable.
Oh yeah, and I shared with you that I did not. I don't think. I definitely never registered a single horse.
Yeah, you never registered a horse. Did you even like use a horse?
Nope.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait. Oh.
Oh yeah, you broke.
I want to share with the audience that two different times in this playthrough, I got my first rupee, and it was 100 rupee, like a silver rupee, and that was the first one I got. Not a green one, not a red one, not a blue one. 100 right off the rip. And now I'm broke again. So it's great. Any comments, Carlos? Nothing?
No.
As I try and navigate a menu, thank you. I'm glad you're paying attention. It's important.
Sorry, I was just checking my email.
Why?
See if maybe JOB got back to me.
Why are you spelling like it's gonna? Like I need to like Juliana can't know, and it's just for me and you.
Yeah, no. Oh, I've been enjoying the hell out of Scarlet Nexus. That's
Really?
something.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll say this:
You start
first-
so many things, but I'll say this.
Yeah, I know, and I was high as shit last time, so I got really hyper aware. I thought I was beginning the game, and I was like, all right, this is just some like nonsense. I thought this was gonna be more Astral Chain, that game that came out on the Switch that Platinum made. I was like, oh, it'll be that kind of nonsense. Wow. Yeah, don't name the horse after me. Just name an Epona. Wow. 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 I hate you. I hate you.
What do you mean? I didn't do anything. Oh, right. There's a whistle button.
Whistle while you twerk.
Oh, finally he behaves now. Look at you. We got a horse. So, like, maybe like 2 hours in, we got a horse. That's impressive. All right, I got to talk to the common folk. I think that's what they call themselves. The common folk.
The peasants.
What were you going to say about Scarlet Nexus?
First couple hours, I was just like, this is some pure anime nonsense.
Hell yeah.
And then once you got to the like first plot, like where the plot actually began of the game, I was like, oh wait, all right, cool. The things that I was noticing about this game world that felt a little off, it's all part of the actual narrative. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, we just developed this world and we're just gonna, like, I thought I was gonna do the Harry Potter thing of like, oh yeah, there's some fucking terrifying consequences if you actually think about this for a second. And it was actually like, oh no, this is a part of the narrative. We're actually gonna address this.
Oh, cool. So it wasn't like a, hey, here's an obvious flaw in the plot. It was like, no, we realized it.
Because like for the beginning of the game, I was just like, wait, are we the baddies? And no one's going to talk about this. And then I was like, oh no, there's a. But the combat's really cool.
It's a whole plot line.
Yeah, as well as I enjoy the aspect where it does the Persona thing of like you do bond episodes with the members of your team. And there's like a whole little gift chart thing of like if you give the right gift, it'll help you in combat. So right now I'm still high on it. We'll see as we play. But the one issue that I'm having is the boss in the house won't let me play.
You gotta get a Steam Deck.
Well, no, that's not the issue. The real issue is I'm getting asked like Nick, I'm applying to jobs so quick. It'll be like, oh, this job was posted 30 minutes ago, and I've already reached out to the hiring manager, and I posted my application, and she's just like, well, don't stop searching now. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? As soon as they post in there, I'm there. I'm first name in.
So you're telling me you're the first one in, last one at the club, first in there, passing out in the club. Gotcha.
Exactly. Also, we watched a horrible movie last night called Jumping the Broom.
Got nothing. I don't know what this is.
It's about oh shit, fuck yeah, someone viewed my profile.
Good Lord, Carlos. We're working here. This is your job right now.
It's about two black people. It's a black rom-com. These black people try and get married. The moms are just the worst people ever.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, it was and also way too much God talk. Way too much God talk. A lot of people talking about God. They need to cut that shit out right there.
That's a good point. Carlos, speaking of, when's the last time you thought about our Lord and Savior?
Oh, Ash Wednesday?
Wait.
I was like this close. My unemployed ass was about to go to church.
I saw a really good it's not really good, I think Hard Times article where it was like cam girl has ash on forehead. It's like I mean they're not mutually exclusive, like
I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna knock someone's. If you want to practice your religion, do you? I know you take a stronger stance on religion. But my biggest.
So you and I have both grown up in Massachusetts, but then you left to go to New York, at about the ripe young age of 18, and you've been there pretty much ever since. I have stayed in Massachusetts, and I feel like New York has such a combination of different walks of life and whatnot, whereas Massachusetts does as well, but to a different extent, if that makes sense. But also, like, I can't imagine seeing ash on someone's forehead in public. Like, I just can't imagine it. Like, I feel like...
Really?
I could not tell you the last time I've seen it. It's been like a decade.
But also, I think we grew up in very different circles.
Yes.
'Cause I went to church every Sunday.
I guess that's true, is that I've never been religious. My family wasn't religious because my mother couldn't look at her own sin. No, I've just never been religious, which I'm grateful for. To be clear, you're allowed to be grateful to be religious as well. I think it depends on your point of view.
No, because I remember when I went to a Catholic university and we were in class and someone said,
"Oh wait, yeah, hold on. That's a pretty good definer there." I went to a public college, and you went to a private religious college.
Yeah.
So it may be that may be a bigger defining factor.
Well, granted, a Catholic school is also a specific type of Christian, and like
the kind who are like, it's okay if we do it in the butt, because that doesn't count.
I'm not gonna.
Am I right, anal slayer? Am I right?
I hate y'all.
You are so proud of that name. And look at you now.
Yeah, now I have a woman, and I don't want her to have to answer for Carlos nonsense. Why don't you put the ball down there?
Down where?
Oh, put it in the little basket.
Yeah, but how? I can't throw it. Oh, I can throw it. What I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I thought I couldn't throw these for some reason. Come on and slam. All right, cool.
All right, shoot it.
Wow.
Shoot the J.
Resorting to violence immediately.
I also had to go to Walgreens today, and I saw some kids get into a little scuffle, and like the police had to break it up. And I was just like, the one thing about the suburbs that's crazy is like it's very rare for police to get involved with your nonsense. I'm like, imagine someone like getting the police called on them. I wanted to get in a little scuffy.
A little scuffy is a weird way to describe that. But
Well,
yeah.
I was just like, Juliana was shocked. She was just like, kids shouldn't fight, and I'm like, yes, they should.
Nah, let them get out of the system.
Exactly. Now's the time to be like to get the consequences of. There are some people out there in the world who will put their hands on you for saying some nonsense, and you need to carry yourself with that.
A lesson Carlos, of all people, probably needs to learn a little earlier.
Yeah, but I do think like there's a lot of people on the internet who carry themselves in a manner of people have never put their hands on them, so they never learned how to act.
Very strange take on this, but not one I altogether disagree with. I'm
not saying like, oh, we should deal with every disagreement.
You heard it here first. Carlos is saying hit kids.
I'm not saying you should, but I'm also like, a lot of y'all wouldn't hold these opinions so strongly if you had a little fear of God in you. Just a little.
Christ. I know you know that's wrong, so I don't have to say anything.
It's wrong, yeah, but also I'm just like, yeah, you probably wouldn't be a Nazi if someone smacked the Nazi out you.
I mean, the man brings up some points.
Again, it's not a solution for every problem. Like, just because you want to do something different tonight does not allow you to smack somebody in the face. But if they were like, oh yeah, George Bush was correct about the Iraq War, all right. Can't tell me I'm wrong.
You gotta relax. What happened to the story about, do you not want to tell the story about your cousin anymore?
Oh, about her lighting someone's head on fucking fire?
There was multiple sources that you cited of your cousin being a crazy person.
No, because we're sitting at dinner after Juliana has fallen getting into the house. And
Luckily you needed to specify that.
And we were talking about New York City. And you know my mother, she's just like, oh, I'm always afraid that my son lives there. I'm like, I've lived here for so long, and I've never had like a horrific story of like, oh, this is something really bad that happened to me that's specific to New York and only could have happened to me because I was in New York. So I was just like, what's the beef? And this lady was like, nah, me and people got into a violent altercation in Times Square because we saw some guys dragging this girl, and so we decided to fight. And I was just like, shout out to you, that's very brave to like decide to get into the scuffle. But also my mother was just like, what were like, why would you fight? That was like
I didn't think I was gonna make it.
But yeah, apparently she took off her shoes and started beating these dudes. And
I'm getting a lot more detail than last time, by the way.
Oh yeah, cause
can you give me 1 second?
Hey man, you ain't gotta explain yourself to me. I just watched Invincible again.
I don't know what that has to do with it, but
I could have been, I don't know, learning a new skill. I could have learned how to computer program.
I think the first step would not be calling it a computer program. Just call it programming.
Nah, it's computer programming.
Okay, so she's taking off her shoes, getting ready to fight, as you do.
Yeah, and apparently it's her and like 5 other of her friends, and my cousin, and my other cousin, and they are beating the hell out these men to the point where they beat the men, and then they call the police on these men. They're like, they're trying to take this woman. So then they left. And we were like, yo, what the hell? That's a wild story. She's like, yeah, I've gotten into fights routinely. What do y'all do? Y'all don't get into fights? And I'm like, no. And my mother's like, what do you mean you've gotten into fights? And she's like, yeah, in high school, I lit this girl's hair on fire. And we were all like, what?
I love
Apparently-
when this stuff happens to you because I can just picture your reaction so perfectly.
Mind you-
of you just being like, "What? I'm sorry. What? Hello."
The best part is my dad's there, my mom's there, and like it's been a regular dinner party up until this.
Until now.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh yeah, we were exchanging like stories of like, oh yeah, bills. Life is tough. And then she's like, yeah, so I lit some girl's hair on fire and then proceeded to act like, oh no, this was a logical step to take because this girl apparently was really annoying her in class and had been bullying, or had not been bullying, but annoying her to the point where she asked the teacher like, hey, can you separate us? Teacher did not take steps. She then was just like, this person kept annoying me. And she was sitting, I believe, to the side of her. So she asked her other friend, who was sitting on the other side, to give them a lighter. The girl was just like, "Yeah, I don't know why you need a lighter." She got the lighter.
I don't know why I have a lighter. I'm a child, but how old was she?
She was in high school, so I think junior, sophomore.
That's
Smoking weed.
They're strong.
That's a weed smoking age.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, kids get into cigarettes, but also, again, I feel like if you're the type to willingly light someone's hair on fire, you are definitely not making great decisions.
Wow. Okay, that's a bit rude. You don't know that.
Oh, so yeah,
It's a bit prejudiced of you.
So this girl is giving her the beef, and then turns, and she decides, let me put this lighter on her hair. And this girl's got like gel or something, and her hair lights the fuck on fire. And everyone,
Did you say giving her the beef?
yeah, just giving her the beef, giving her the steak.
It's not a thing.
That's the thing.
Sounds so weird.
So
her hair is engulfed in flames.
Yes. Luckily, apparently she didn't die. This girl apparently was good, but
Yeah, because then that story is a little different, Carlos. It's not I lit a girl's hair on fire. It's once I murdered someone, which is a bit of a different headline. And I think you, of all people, would highlight that. I don't think you would have kept the fucking details out on that one.
The crazier part to me is she's like, yeah, and then the teacher defended me. And I'm like, she's like, yeah, the teacher knew.
What?
Like,
Wait, the teacher defended lighting hair on fire?
nah, the teacher said, I tried to step in to separate them.
Oh
They took
yeah,
matters into their own hands.
oh yeah.
And I'm just like,
Classic.
what in what world? Like, one, why would you even think like, oh, I have a personal issue, let me light your fucking head on fire?
Uh-oh.
Like how did you think it was going to end? But she ain't got no jail time off of that, so
So who's the real winner?
true. And then she broke that nurse's hand.
Wait, what? You keep adding details. I'm not ready. I can't focus on it.
So yeah, after she lights this girl's hair on fire, and everyone's just like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Yo, that was crazy. And then she's like,
Yeah.
all right.
And then she's just like, "Well, I stopped fighting after I turned 35, and I broke that nurse's hand." And everyone's just like, "What do you mean?"
I forgot that wild statement of I stopped fighting when I turned 35, which is so fucking crazy. That's when I really mellowed out.
Yeah. and
For
I'm just
reference,
like,
Carlos and I aren't 35 yet, and
Yeah.
we don't fight people.
I'm saying like after 24, I hit the point where I was just like, "There is nothing you can get me." Like, there's nothing realistically that I'd be like, it's time to like get into a physical altercation about. You know, like I think about it, unless it's legitimately doing harm to my family or something.
So,
I wouldn't be like, oh, let me really fuck someone up. You'd really have to do
Also-
something.
also, real quick, just get this level 50 sword or 50 attack sword. No big deal.
Didn't you get this last time? Oh no, it was a
Yeah,
rusted one.
Carlos, when we couldn't record.
All right, fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Let me tell.
I'm trying to play it up. I'm trying to play it up.
Let me tell the audience what they really want to hear. So yeah, she broke this nurse's hand.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I want to hear it too. That's fair.
She has a son. The son was suffering
Hold on.
from.
Real quick, before you get into this, just to go back to this, we covered this before. The people who are like, I hate that the weapons have durability and you constantly have to get new ones. I'm like, I am throwing weapons away. You get so many fucking weapons in this game. Like, I literally in the last 2 minutes, I've thrown 4 weapons away. Like, you have so many.
Also, you're doing a little bit of an expert run, but when you're first playing the game, I think that makes it a lot better because you're trying every single weapon and slowly you figure out, okay, these ones are the ones that I need to prioritize in my inventory versus these are the ones I just need to have just in case, like, we're getting into a scuffle.
Yeah, like a good example of that is, like, I probably would have just stuck with swords, but because any weapons you can find, I picked up the broadswords, I picked up like the spears and stuff, and I was like, oh, I actually don't mind using these. These are pretty fun. Also, now it's 6 weapons that I've thrown away. But also, as we lost in the last recording, we had a really cool moment where I didn't know if my weapon was going to make it or not, and we were like, I was fighting really hard, and like I barely eked it out, and it's like that's not something that we could have done if I wasn't frantically trying to make sure my weapons worked. It creates good gameplay.
Yeah. It's also extremely dynamic and feels like you're constantly just like a weapon is constantly out of reach. I think, and as I said last time, it feels like you're in a bar fight or like an old western, and you're both diving for the knife.
Or another example would be like it feels like Metal Gear's like weapons are acquired on sight, where it's like you want to live, you better find those weapons. I don't know. I really enjoy it. I think when you tell people the concept, it sounds bad, and I agree with that. Mm-hmm. But also, I have to fucking shake my Pro Controller for this, so give me a second. But I think with this game, and maybe only this game in particular, it really does work. Like, it does it so well. If this was like a half-baked mechanic, I'd be a little more upset. But this is done masterfully.
I think the rhythm of the combat works so that way, like, I remember playing Fallout and them being like, or Fallout 3, and they're like, oh yeah, dirty weapons are worse. But then I remember being like, oh, when I got a dirty or clean weapon, the drop-off in quality wasn't enough for me to literally be like, oh, this is a big disadvantage. I really got to make sure this stuff is good. It was just like, this is inconvenient, this is annoying, but it's not really, like, making me play different.
I also think I like this better because if it's like, oh, repair your weapon when it gets low and stuff like that, I'm like, that's kind of just, you gave me a chore is what you did. Yeah. But if it's just like your weapon will eventually break, you can't stop it, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm like, that's kind of fun. Like,
oh yeah, you gotta do that thing.
I have to do 2 things because I have to make sure this doesn't fall. Oh, too late. Nice. Did that even better than the first time. Ooh.
Everything okay?
We'll be right back, folks. Hey, we're back. Nothing happened.
Oh yeah, nothing big.
That's just so I can see it in the edit.
Yeah, we just had to talk about Destiny. We got really deep into the spoilers.
I've told you this before, but when I edit, if I know I have to cut something out, I'll leave a long stretch of silence because then I'll see that when I'm recording, and I'll be like, all right, cut around that.
Not just note it down on a piece of paper?
Every time.
All right. Hey, wait. You did it again.
I did it. We got 100. It's not the first one this time, though.
Yeah.
So it's lesser. How did I do this
the
last
highest,
time?
You did the thing on that thing.
Thanks, man. Super helpful.
No, yeah. Go back. You put force on that shit and pushed it through.
You put force on that shit and pushed it through. Sorry, that was rude. I shouldn't have said that.
That's what she said.
Oh, no, wait. I think you're right. I did have to hit it. Yeah.
Also, last time, I also watched How I Met Your Mother, and you were like, we're not litigating the past.
That's not what I said. I said, you already told me When you like you watched How I Met Your Mother when you were high, and you were like, it's not so bad, and then you went back and watched it sober, and you're like, no, it's really bad. And then you repeated it anyway, and you're like, I went back and watched it. It's really good. I was mistaken. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore, Carlos. You know it's bad. I don't care if High You thinks it's funny. You know it's bad. Like,
Hi Carlos likes that show a lot.
Hi Carlos is a menace.
He is a menace. He is a menace.
Like,
But,
he'd give Dennis a run for his money.
When I
Diamond, we didn't get this the first time.
I will say though, when I get high, I tend to like watching stuff from the Bush administration.
Wait, what?
Shit from like 2002 to 2008. When I'm high, I'm like, that's the best fucking thing. I've rewatched The Princess Diaries multiple times.
Wait, why?
I just love that movie.
It's
a good fucking movie.
Give me a 60-second summary of that movie.
She didn't know she was a princess, and then her dad, who just dies off scene, was a prince. And it takes place in San Francisco. All right, and Anne Hathaway is in it.
Oh,
Juliana,
that makes sense.
Juliana hates how much I find Anne Hathaway attractive.
Probably because she doesn't look like her.
No, not that. Juliana just does not like Anne Hathaway. So then when she found out that, I was like, oh yeah, she's like one of the most attractive celebrities in my mind. And she's just like, why? Please stop that. Don't share that with anyone else.
I don't want anybody to know that this is how you think. Fair. I like how every time I cut to you, because I have to do something,
I just go silent?
You go silent, or you give me the most boring fucking explanation.
All right.
You'll be on a rip. You'll be on a tear, telling a great story, and I'll be like, "Yeah, can you just keep going for a second?" And then you'll like freeze.
Wow.
I'll be like, "Thanks, Carlos."
Juliana McTerry.
What?
Oh yeah, that's something I forgot to tell you.
How and when did this happen?
This happened.
This is a new
Saturday.
story. This wasn't part of the Lost saga.
Yeah, this is a new story.
So what happened? How did this happen?
So, me and Carrie been texting, just like she got a dog during the pandemic. I got a dog during the pandemic.
Carlos.
It's like, oh hey,
Carlos.
What? No, it's not like that.
Carlos.
Oh my god.
If you do anything, no. Let me speak. If you do anything to disrupt your marriage with Carrie, I will beat the shit out of you.
No, I would never.
I will personally, physically beat you within an inch of your life.
Okay.
Now, some of that is wrapped up in my own issues of watching you and this girl, but of just like watching my best friend abuse himself. But like, there's also just like no reason for it. Hey, you want to fill in the viewers, Carlos? Why am I so mad about this?
We've both matured.
That's not an explanation.
I mean, hey, if viewers want an explanation, they can go watch those fucking Yu-Gi-Oh videos.
It's true.
Free plug. It still amazes me like you pull this shit off like it's nothing. I hate you.
Why? It's earned.
But anywho, they met. It was cool.
What did Juliana say after? That's what I really like.
Juliana and Carrie got along really well.
That's concerning.
But like, no, it's because anyone can get along with Juliana. Juliana's the nicest person in the world.
Except to you.
Yes. Which is very funny. You know?
That is funny.
Great.
That's good comedy. If you wrote that in a sitcom, they'd be like, great, that's gold.
Yeah, it is a little irksome, you know, that
What do you
she
mean?
is so nice. She's just like, she is so great, right?
We are like, do we talk about how I gave Juliana maybe one of the worst impressions I could have for first impressions?
Yeah, we spoke about that.
We talked about this. And
Yeah.
I still think it's funny.
I mean, I think I definitely gave a worse first impression to Amy.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Which, granted, part of that could have been my fault, but yes, you did.
Are you gonna climb the tower?
was thinking about
I
it.
don't think you have a choice now. Yeah, that thing's coming at you.
Ooh. The timing is a little different when it's that far away, and I don't think I processed it correctly. Watch me have to kill the big boy again.
But yeah.
So it just went well?
Yeah, it was literally...
It's a terrible story.
If anything, shockingly unremarkable. And then I met Carrie's dog, and it was great.
No! No!
Yeah, karma came right back around.
What karma? I didn't do anything.
This is what you get for trying to cheat the game. To try to take on Ganon right at the jump. They were like, no, man. You gotta go get some Divine Beast.
No, that's fine. Ganon's a little bitch boy. He's never done nothing to nobody.
Hey, man. There's an argument.
Okay, there's not, though.
No, there's a pro Ganon argument.
Is there a pro Ganon argument? Let's hear it, Carlos.
So, in Wind Waker,
That's
he
not...
talks about...
It's not the same Ganon.
Man, it's all kind of the same.
Ooh, off on that one.
Ganon's whole thing is like, I come from a land where you people don't like, and you treat us like shit.
Come from a land down under. All right, here we got a better shot this time. Come on, I deserve it. That's hard. Kinda. It's not really that hard.
Yeah, this is why you get out of the motherfucker.
I like how you can play an entire playthrough without knowing you can do that. By the way, they don't tell you. Like you don't just like the parrying. Like I don't even think they explain parrying to you. They might at some point.
Honestly, shit. Maybe I might have to learn that.
I'm ready. No, I'm just kidding. I can't. I'm not gonna do it every time. Just that first one was worth it. Is this a spear? Rusty halberd. Yeah, I don't want it. Rusty halberd sounds like... Yeah, we did that last time. Fuck. I can't believe Edge has a career. Is that what she said? I forget what he said.
Yeah. Well, that Edge came back. He had like really bad neck issues, and then he came back to wrestle. He's wrestling at WrestleMania with his wife.
Who's his wife?
Beth Phoenix. I think she was after your time.
Post
Lita.
Post Lita. My dad was obsessed with Lita to like a weird degree.
I don't blame him.
We met her in person at a bookstore, and yeah. Wait, this is a good story. I don't think I've ever told you this. We met Lita at a bookstore. I think it was the Barnes Noble, and her book came out. Shocking, and my dad wanted me to get her to sign something instead of him getting her to sign something, which was weird. And the thing he wanted...
How old were you?
I was like 8.
All right.
And the thing he wanted me to get her to sign was like a WB trading card, but it was Lita in like a bikini. And
I get why your dad...
So I can see it now, but I'm also like, what the fuck, dude? Like, making your kid do that? Oh, he had enough things by Lita he could have gotten to sign instead.
No, I don't hate him for it.
I do. Fuck that, dude.
No, I get that. I get that because you're the victim in the situation. But
I don't like you.
I gotta see what your dad on this one.
I don't like this.
Nah,
wrong on
he
this.
making a bad point. He realized when he had that card, he's like, I have the opportunity in front of me, but if I do this, I will come off way too creepy. A cute 8-year-old? Oh, that's funny. That's like, he has no idea about social constructs. He did not want to take no for an answer.
No, he did have ideas about social constructs. He was very uncomfortable during the entire ordeal. And I even, like I went up and was like, oh, sorry, my daddy do this. I said to her, which made him look worse.
You blew up the whole fucking thing.
I told him I was going to.
Shit. Maybe he had trust in you. He should have trusted you.
That's
clearly
true.
Not the chop up for it.
Nobody should trust me.
He could have joined Team Extreme, man. He could have been out there helping them beat the Dudleys, and you couldn't just carry a little water.
No. You know why? We're a Dudley Boys fan here. This is a Dudley Boys support channel.
What a weird...
Boy, I hope they didn't come out as right wing. They probably did. I feel like Bubba Ray did.
Bubba is not exactly right wing, but it's more he's just an asshole.
Yeah. And then I
Most of
like,
it-
I like how it was Bubba Ray and Devon, and then sometimes Spike. I don't know why Spike was there sometimes.
Spike was a fucking school teacher at one point.
Spike, who just looked like Sean William Scott.
Did he? Yeah, No, he's still alive. He's not dead.
That's what I say about you every time we start recording.
Yeah, he's still living. Shout out to him. I don't know what he's doing now with his life, but apparently he's still making sporadic appearances. Shout out to him. I would love to be that third guy in a tag team like that, though.
Why?
Of like you just because you get to come out, do the spot, everyone loves you, but like you can still do stuff on the weekends.
I think I think the first time I realized Spike Dudley was not popular was there was like a local wrestling thing, and there was a local wrestling event, and it was like, oh yeah, come meet, and it's like these two people I didn't know, and it was like, and Spike Dudley, and I was like, Spike Dudley was their headliner? That doesn't seem right. Even as like a kid, I was like, wait a minute.
Now
Spike Dudley's gonna appear at a local high school?
Hey man, shout out to the bingo halls. There was a great feud around like 2016, 2017 where The Miz decided to just shit on every independent wrestler, and I was just like, I'm here for this. Where he started off on this giant rant with Daniel Bryan, who was just like, yeah, I was wrestling in bingo halls. You know, I earned my trade. And he was just like, you know why I didn't have to work in bingo halls? Because I didn't suck. And I'm like, yeah. Shit on the underdog. More shitting on the underdog.
That is pretty good. I'm not gonna get this
Real-
one. He's too far away. It's gonna
Nah,
fuck with
yeah,
me.
you better fucking. I don't know, you might catch it. Like the
There we
clap.
go.
Oh, you got it.
It's weird because it used to just be like, okay, when it's like this, I have to do this. And now, like with distance stuff, I have to be like, okay, I have to know when to time it. It's, oh, what the, get out of here. These things are annoying because they don't actually do. They don't do much.
They're my least favorite Zelda enemy.
They're like pointless in this game though. Like, know that their jelly does anything. So it's just annoying. It's just there to be annoying. My horse is still not behaving, and that's kind of upsetting.
Maybe I just don't like you because you little bitch.
Could be that. You almost got me in trouble.
Why?
You say bitch a lot. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if that was something that was known to you.
Oh yeah, because now you can't be swearing on YouTube like that.
No, no, that's fine. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about Nick the person, not Nick the brand.
Oh.
I was describing someone who was a lady, and I said they were being a real bitch, and I was like, you can't say that. You can't call women, you can't call women bitches. You can only call men bitches.
Yeah, you can't. Nah,
And
you
I'm
can't do
like,
that.
Carlos is so ingrained head because I talk to you so often that you constantly say bit. You greet every time you greet me. You say, "What's up, little bitch?"
I call a lot of people bitch.
You gotta get that out of your vocab. You're gonna
Not
get
women.
you're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Not women, just men. I only call men bitches. Women, I greet with the African American slur.
Great.
Which, you know, maybe a little introspection, but that's not why I'm here.
I think you have some issues you need to take care of, like internally.
Nah, fuck that. I'm never gonna do that.
Like, I think you said,
Hold
"Fuck that."
myself,
I'm never. Gonna,
myself accountable? No thank you.
you said I'm never gonna change, which is also true.
Why change? That's not me who needs to change. It's the world.
You're saying you're just kind of like waiting
I hate you.
on the world to change. Interesting.
I remember when we had to make slideshow presentations in middle school, and someone used that as the song.
Oof. Couldn't.
Back when people used to put songs on slideshow presentations, which like I'm kind of sad we as a society decided to throw out.
It was pretty helpful.
But also, this was back when we called slideshow presentations, and not fucking decks. Whoever came up with that terminology,
Was it you who
I think it was
asked
me.
me? It was like, when did we start calling slideshows fucking decks? And I was like, dude, a while ago. This has been a thing.
Like, higher ed doesn't say that. Everyone in higher ed was just like, oh yeah, make a little presentation. Not, And then I was just like, someone asked me to work on something, like, oh yeah, Carlos, we're gonna make a little deck, and I was just like, what the hell? We putting Dark Magician in this bitch? What we focusing on Exodia?
That's good. That's really good. Yeah, dude, I don't know what to tell you. That's been a thing.
Yeah,
For better or
it needs to
worse.
stop.
Hey, do you guys burn? Hey, they do. Nice.
Oh. Again, I love a fucking we'll see.
I feel like this is a missed opportunity to have it, like, make a picture or something. Like, if you're gonna do this, put your whole, like, pussy into it. Just...
But to see into it.
But just, yeah. Put your whole flamussy. We didn't find this last time, either.
No. It annoys me that you use the rolling one and not the brick one for when you're placing shit. Like, I'm like, why do you just leave it up to chance?
I live dangerously, okay?
You're mad problematic.
Sorry, but who's about to get the Hylian shield in the next video because I can't get there yet? Or because it's taking me a while to get there. I hope this is one of the ones where it's like, hey, you did it. You blew up the rock wall. Congrats. Ooh, a minor test of strength. Oh, I'm fucking ready.
I don't think you got this.
I think I do got it. It's just a minor one. It's fine. Plus, I have guardian weapons. It's like the kryptonite.
I think I came upon one of these.
There's
really
I know which one you're talking about. There's one that overlooks the south side of the map. That's like a major test. It's like right next to a minor test. Okay, well, that didn't go well. I don't know what I thought would happen there.
You're gonna have to fight. You don't want that smoke.
Stop it! Oh, here it comes. What did I do there?
He hit the pillar.
No, but I messed up there. Oh, that's right. That's what I wanted to do. You can get like a special trigger if you dodge in just the right way. I used to be able to do the timing on it, but obviously that's past because we're doing some new stuff here.
You got very lucky, sir.
Sure did.
You're not about to have a shield no more.
Oh, he's doing the spinny thing. I hate this attack because it just sort of takes up time.
Yeah.
You can do this.
Come again?
Editor, cut that out. Editor, editor, cut that out. We'll end the video after this one, by the way. We'll get the Hylian shield in the next part. I think it took us a little bit to get to the Hylian shield the first time too. Like we spent the whole first fake video just getting there. Plus, and we've done more.
Most of that video getting the horse and then figuring out which right entrance to get into.
We've also done more extra stuff this time, which I think is good. That'll be good in the long run.
Yeah.
You're what?
I'm excited that they're adding Metroid Fusion to the Nintendo.
I did see that.
Shout out to Nintendo for remembering that Metroid exists.
Apparently, there weren't a lot of. Ooh. I can't really see it because of the recording thing, but I know it's bad.
No, but I saw that shit go down.
I fucked around, and now
I love after I've been stabbed and I eat a burger, and then my wound automatically heals.
Is this even doing damage?
It's doing one, I think.
I think when he stops doing this, he'll do his charge move. Never mind.
You gotta lock on. Fidel! Watch him play, man. It's like,
sorry.
He gonna get you.
But I am the main character. Uh-oh. Forgot that they could just like explode.
Wow.
I forgot that was their like last move.
On the right side, you broke your sword, so at least you get that giant thing. You don't have to get rid of a weapon.
It's true. Oh, I broke it right at the end. Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Again. It's really fun when you get it right. Like you're like, I got one last hit in this shit.
His animation for when you don't have a weapon equipped and you go to pull it out is so fucking good because it's the player experience. Like when he goes to pull it out and he goes, "Huh?" it's the same feeling the player's feeling of like, "Wait, what?" Which I think is great.
Reaching for the fucking for some arrows, and you're just like, "Oh fuck, I'm completely out."
God, it's so good. And this game was made with a lot of heart, and if Tears of the Kingdom has even a fraction of the same amount of heart, we'll be in good hands.
I'm interested to see what Tears of the Kingdom is gonna do in terms of map, because I'm like,
so that's the thing is, I thought at first it was like, okay, everything's in the air now, it's all islands and stuff. It's like that could be cool, but then they showed the whole other fucking map. So I'm like, do you just double the size of the map of this already pretty big map?
it's crazy to me that again, there's no Switch 2.
Apparently there were rumors, like remember when there were rumors in like 2019 that they were going to Switch 2? I think the chip shortage that happened with the pandemic actually stopped that. And if they do a Switch 2 now, I think they're probably just going to hold it and keep working on it until Microsoft and Sony like release a new one and try and do parity. Because while the Switch doesn't need to compete with Microsoft and Sony, that is true. They do need to be able to support third party. That was the huge pitfall of the Wii U, and if the specs are too low to support third party, that's a problem.
I also think them seeing the Steam Deck is like,
that probably made them worry a little bit, yeah.
I don't even think it made them worry. It made them go, oh, we can get more out of this.
I was looking up like the most powerful recipes and stuff like that, just to try and prep myself. Ah, bees. Where did that honeycomb go? Where's that little like? Do you remember the honeycomb mascot?
Sure. Oh yeah.
That psychotic fucking thing.
Yeah.
What happened in the 90s that made every single marketing campaign just insane?
Nah, I kind of miss it.
I do miss it a little bit.
The
But like, what caused it?
Bandicoot.
What caused it is what I want to know.
It was a pushback on the 80s and like trying to be like, oh, we're more edgy now. So everything had to be a little psychotic.
I guess that makes sense.
But also, like, bring back
Ooh, neat.
fucking
Raw prime meat. Got that raw meat.
wow.
I'm gonna go in raw.
Not my ear. Not my ear.
Carlos, I'm gonna go in raw.
I hate you.
I'm going in raw.
Please. I will mute you. I'll end the call right now.
All right, I'll stop.
Oh wait, did you end the video? Because we gotta.
I didn't. That's a good point. How much longer can you go, by the way? Or are you done?
I ain't got no job. So I can keep going.
All right, thank you for goodbye, part 3. See you in part 4.